Hello everybody, welcome. This is TheAireaidLord. This is my top 5 video series, the top 5 things that I'm looking forward to in video games, and the top 5 things that I desire from certain video games. This is another top 5 list for Halo 5 Guardians. This time we're going to be doing the top 5 multiplayer maps from Halo 2 that I would like to see in Halo 5. Now, out of the 25 multiplayer maps that were created for Halo 2, these are the top 5 I'd like to see created. We're going to start off right now. We've got some Halo 5 gameplay for you, which I actually had saved. Didn't realize I had it saved, but we've actually got a daytime version of Truth for you with some territory gameplay, so enjoy that. We're going to start off the countdown at number 5. I'm going to provide some photos for you guys as well, so you can get an idea of what these maps look like. At number 5, we have Gemini. Now, I'm not sure if people remember this map because it was actually a part of the map pack that was included for Halo 5. And it was an interesting map. It actually took place on High Charity from the Gravemind level in Halo 2. And it was an overall interesting map. I, for one, even though it was an asymmetrical map, and it really was more geared towards Rumble Pit free-for-all kind of games, I thought it was an interesting map. It had 2 teleporters. Again, if you could lock down these teleporters, the game could you could be camped easily, especially in the Halo 2 days where you only spawned with an SMG. Kind of hard to make a comeback. Once people got the shotgun, sniper rifle, even the energy sword, you were at a disadvantage. In this map, because of its asymmetrical field, you know, you kind of were at a disadvantage because of that. And so knowing this map is very important, but I liked it because the geometry was interesting. It was in High Charity, and you had the doors that opened the same way, and it was an overall great map. And I'd love to see that remade for Halo 5 Guardians. Maybe in my opinion, if they made the map a little bigger, and they still had that overlook of High Charity, that whole scenic view, if they still had that, maybe change some things up, I think it would be a great addition to Halo 5. Okay? And so going along with that, another asymmetrical map, Turf. This is a strange one as well because you've got kind of an open area on one side with one Warthog, and then you've got some back alleys in the back part of the map. Again, as I said, asymmetrical, a little confusing at first. Battles can get hectic if you do team-based stuff, but this is another kind of Rumble Pit kind of free-for-all game map that's more made for these types of game modes. And in my opinion, this is something that I would like 343 to focus on for Halo 5. I would like to see them focus more on some free-for-all kind of maps. And I know there's a big focus on team-based stuff now that we've kind of got this new Search and Destroy game mode for Halo 5. I'm sorry, the name is eluding me, but it's like Search and Destroy from Call of Duty. But I know there's a lot of focus on team-based stuff, but I still think they should keep the free-for-all kind of playlist. We've had them in every Halo game, and why take them out? And, you know, you should have some maps that support that. So that's my opinion on that. And that's why I chose Turf as another asymmetrical map. There are plenty in Halo 2, but those were just some that stuck out to me. At number 3, we have Headlong, which is actually a big team battle map. Great for Capture the Flag, Assault, got lots of vehicles on the map. Also got some teleporters. You've got some interesting geometry with some steel cables. If you know some tricks, you can move your way around the map a little easier, a bit more maneuverable. Another interesting one. I'd love to see them make this map maybe widen it in certain areas. Again, if you're going to make this for Halo 5, you have to consider that everybody can sprint infinitely. Everyone's got these new Spartan abilities, so obviously the game is going to be a bit changed. But if 343 can adapt these maps to that strategy, I think this is going to be, it would make them really interesting. Coming in at number 2 is Terminal. This map actually has a freaking train on it. There's a train that zooms in both directions on like a monorail kind of system. If you get hit by it, you die. It says you got killed by the Guardians, of course. And another kind of interesting, I don't know if I'd say it's asymmetrical, but this map is somewhat symmetrical, but it has, like, the feel of it is very different. It's kind of almost like, it's got like a garage kind of on one side, like parking garages, and then there's kind of an open mounded area on the back. I think this was taken from like a Metropolis or Outskirts in terms of like the artistic design. But I liked it. It's got some cool vehicles on it. You got some heavy vehicles on it. And again, I think it's cool for like a kind of Team Slayer based game. And I think diversity is what Halo 5 needs. so it doesn't feel like a rehash. Now that we're into the 5th Halo entry, not to mention Reach and the other titles that have come out, I think diversity is important in these types of games. So that's why I'm nominating Terminal, just because it was unique, it was interesting. Just like Gemini. Gemini was on high charity. You had, the doors, you had some diversity to the game. Same thing with Terminal. You got freaking trains that they could potentially change up the battle, change how things go on, things like that. Interaction, different things, team-based decisions. That's what I like about Halo, and I think they should keep it. So the last one, number 1 on my list, I am going to actually have a tie between Beaver Creek and the Burial Mound. These are 2 kind of different maps. Beaver Creek is a smaller map. You got 2 bases. It hasn't really been redone, but it's a fun Team Slayer map. And I know it's also got teleporters on them, which I'm sure Halo 5 is going to get rid of. But both maps, I couldn't come to a decision just because they're both really fun maps. They're really enjoyable. Again, unique geometry, unique design. You've got, some destroyed structures on the Burial Mound, which can make maneuverability a bit tough. You really got to know team-based structure on these types of maps. Again, it's interesting in design. I like that. And I think that's what Halo should go for. I don't want it to have these just kind of linear maps that are just, kind of just one-sided, like, oh, this team versus that team. I don't want all the maps in Halo 5 to be symmetrical. I think many of the maps should have this asymmetrical feel to them so that it's more fun to play, more fun for people to jump in and enjoy, so that it's not always this hyper-competitive thing, so that a casual could enjoy. And I think the asymmetrical map should be there for that option, okay? And so that's my top 5 list. I kind of went through that a bit briefly. I could have gone into more detail about weapon placement and different specifics for the map that I know some pros or people who play more might know about. But those were just my overall kind of initial kind of ideas. 5 maps just off the top of my head. Ones that I kind of went through a bit that I wanted to be in Halo 5. Okay? So the next video I'm actually going to do Halo 3. The top 5 maps from Halo 3 that I want in Halo 5. And I want them redone. And obviously, there were many maps that I omitted on this list, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Some maps include Zanzibar, which we've seen remastered in Halo 3. We've seen remastered for the Master Chief Collection. Same goes for Lockout. Midship we've already seen remastered. Ascension kind of already had a remake in Halo Reach. Same thing with Ivory Tower. We've seen a lot of these maps, the more popular Halo 2 ones. We've seen some of them remastered in other Halo games. The ones that I have in this list, these are maps that have not had any attention, any focus since the Halo 2 days, and I think Halo 5 is a great opportunity to go back and capitalize upon that. So, thank you guys for watching. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe, like the video, and comment, and let me know what you think I should do for Top 5 series. Obviously, in the past, I've been receiving some messages from people saying that I should do Top 5 videos for other games other than Halo 5, which I am totally open to. If you guys want me to do a specific game that's coming up, I know there's a lot of great games coming up. Obviously, because of my busy schedule, I'm not always able to play them, but I'm always willing to do videos like this to kind of discuss them, because I do love discussing video games, as I have proven so far. So, if you'd like that, then just comment, let me know, and like the video, and please share it to spread some word about the content that I'm doing for this. So, thank you guys, tune into the next one, and I will see you later.
20-point run.